Joining us now is Scott Shelley, Senior Vice President with TJM Investments. Scott, thanks for joining us this morning.
Good morning.
Hey, I understand you are on the move right now, so we'll try and make this quick. You got the USDA report coming out later on this morning. Any surprises expected with that, or what can we expect from that report?
Well, the market got a little bit of a boost yesterday because we had some rumors going around the floor that there was going to be a carryout reduction of beans. So that kind of set everything a little bit higher. But, you know, usually the day before a report is going to be thin. I just get the feeling that we've had the strong hand in this trade over the last 4 months has been the long. There hasn't been a real big reason to get short. And all the crowded small traders on the short side have been kind of cannibalizing themselves on the way out. And anytime we've gotten any, say, bullish news. So it'll be interesting to see what we get today. But really, the report that we're going to all be watching is the one at the end of the month.
Okay. We've got the Northern Plains particularly up here in North Dakota and the Minnesota area had a very dry winter, and it looks like dry conditions are going to persist up here. At what point does that become a concern, and at what point will that possibly start affecting the markets?
I think we're kind of already starting to have that battle, to be honest with you, because we've got some bullish news creeping in slowly but surely, but unfortunately the thing that's offsetting that, and again it's going to do it again this morning as we start off on the negative side, is this darn dollar's getting so strong. So dollar's on a rocket shot again this morning. That's backed us up a penny or two across the board, and I just think that we're going to have to wait and see how bad the weather is and if it can overcome that dollar, because really, if you look at a chart, we've kind of had small bullish news enter the market, but the dollar's been always able to slap it down.
Here in the Northern Hemisphere, we've got that news that you're just talking about there. How about the Southern Hemisphere? How are things looking down there as they head from fall into winter?
I don't think we've had any major surprises. And again, as anytime we do, it has been, I think, a little bit bullish. But we've just had such a problem with 21 countries around the world moving to cheapen their currency against the U.S. dollar, and the U.S. dollar de facto has gotten stronger. And then now we've got this rate hike rhetoric talk. It's made the dollar even more stronger, and that's been a big problem with anybody that's got anything to sell, abroad.
Switching gears here a little bit, livestock markets, how have they been trending?
You know, I took a look at the charts yesterday because we had a little bit of a meeting about it, and they all look fairly constructive if you want to go technically speaking. They were very quiet again because they wanted to wait and see what we got from the USDA today. But generally speaking, it looks as though they all might be turning. I know that there's some folks that were waiting to see if this cattle market could hold up, but it looks like it's gonna.
All right, that is all of my question. Anything else you'd like to add that maybe we didn't talk about?
Well, I mean, obviously, we're going to move after this number today some direction, but ultimately it's going to be the end of the month of that acreage, and acreage always kind of does change anyway, but my experience over the last 27 years is the real number this month is going to be at the end of the month. All
right, Scott, thanks for joining us this morning.
All righty, have a good one.
All right, take care. Safe travels. All right, once again, that was Scott Shelley, Senior Vice President with TJM Investments. Coming up next, we'll take another look at today's forecast, then we'll give you a sneak peek at what's coming up next on the Valley Today.